mm, 5 reasons for Arjun not to fight. First was compassion. Mm, so, we should show mercy, we should show compassion. There are family members. How can we kill our teacher, family member, like that? Second reason was, leave compassion. I will also not enjoy also. What is the use? I cannot enjoy also. And then after that was leave, leave enjoyment. Even if I don't enjoy, I'll suffer. I'll go to hell. And next was, not only I will go to hell, but all others, so many more, whole society will go to hell. And his final decision was indecision. So therefore, I am not able to make a decision. And Krishna, I will not fight. So these are the 5 reasons Arjun is giving. And we have seen some of them. Let us go ahead, see the other reasons. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here he said that I don't want kingdom. Okay, fine. किं नो राज्येन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्जीवितेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यभोगा सुखानि च त इमे अवस्थिता युद्धे प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्या पुत्रः पुत्रः तथैव च पितामहः मातुला सुशिरा पौत्र शाला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतन्न हन्तुमिच्छामि विनन्तोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यस्य राज्यस्य हेतु किं नो मही कृते निहत्या धार्तराष्ट्रान् का प्रीति स्यात् जनार्दन. So Govinda, we discussed that he said that Govinda, he means to say when Arjun gives pleasure to the senses, Krishna gives pleasure to senses. So Krishna, you please give pleasure to my senses. But Prabhupada says Govinda is not meant to give pleasure to your senses. You are meant to give pleasure to Govinda's senses, and automatically your senses will get pleasure. Another word used here is repetitive. These verses, one very important word to be used is Janardanaha. Janardanaha. Janardan means maintainer of the living entities. Krishna, you are the maintainer. The implication is you are the maintainer. Why do you want to kill so many people? You should maintain. So Arjun is giving direction to Krishna what he should do. That's a next degree of disciple. You might have heard about 3 degrees of disciple. One is Guru Sevi, one is to serve the spiritual master. Second is Guru Bhogi. He uses the property of the spiritual master. Spiritual master's name, he gets donation and uses it for himself. And third is Guru Tyagi. He rejects the spiritual master. Now new one has come up. That is Guru Upadeshi. He is giving instruction to Krishna that why do you want to kill so many people? So we have to reject the 3 categories and focus on only one. So therefore Arjuna is in illusion. Ka pristi syam Janardan. Oh, maintainer of all living entities. You are a maintainer. And why? How can you think like that, Krishna? Why are you want to? So, but here is saying that why Lord Krishna wanted them to kill, because devotees naturally forgive everyone. I'll just read what best is there other than reading how Acharya's statements as it is. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjun did not like to retaliate against his miscreant peasants, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by the miscreant. Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants. Although Arjun wanted to excuse them. Now try to understand what does it mean. Lord can excuse offenses done against him. That is called seva aprad. You serve the deities. Maybe you forgot to put the salt. You became late for the service. You did not chant mantras properly. So many kinds of seva aparadha are there. So what's happening? Huh. So, but Lord can excuse them, but he does not excuse offense against his devotees. So therefore, Nam Aparad are more serious than Seva Aparad. Like Nam Aparad are there, similarly Dham Aparad are there, and Seva Aparads are also there. But generally we take in the morning this thing, only Nam Aparads, because they are the most grievous. So therefore, please make sure do not, and these Nama Aparads are so subtle and so strange. Just imagine this Suruchi offended Dhruva when he was not a devotee. Somebody may say, Prabhuji, these people are not devotees. So therefore, how it is Bhakta Aparad or Nam Aparad? So when Dhruva was not a devotee, that time Suruchi offended him. But she got the reaction as she was a pure devotee. Dhruva became a pure devotee and she got the reaction. She was burnt alive in the forest. Her son was killed by yakshas. Both of them received heavy punishment just for offending neophyte devotee. So please don't consider anyone neophyte. Vrindavan Das Thakur says in Chaitanya Bhagavat, even if a sannyasi offends a neophyte, he will fall down. So we don't have to offend him. Offend means offense necessarily implies that you have envy with him. Then it is counted as offense. Please don't be this thing paranoia also. But at the same time, if we have envy, and out of envy you are speaking something which minimizes the image of others, something which hurts others, then Lord takes it very serious. Therefore, it is written here: the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants. When did the Lord determine this? When Mother Draupadi was insulted in the public. That time, Lord thought that now it's too much. Now the only remedy is that they all should die. So later on, he told Draupadi also that she told that, "Arey, why you came so late?" It was like I was about to be insulted, about to be judged. So Lord told that actually, I was so angry when you were being insulted in the public that I wanted to kill the entire assembly. I would have come right that time and like Narsingh Dev, and I would have killed the entire assembly, including these Pandavas, because they did not protect you out of some silly reasons. But then I thought that these Pandavas I cannot kill because they are related to you. And therefore I did not come directly with Sudarshan Chakra. I came in the form of sari. So, but that incident Lord took very seriously, and therefore Prabhupada writes here, Lord was determined to kill the miscreants. Therefore, in the Arjuna also he said that. Don't think that if you don't kill them, they will go back. In the 11th chapter, they are destined to kill. I have already killed them. I already decided they are already done. If you want, you can take the credit. So it's a serious thing. Be careful. Mm. So like we were giving example yesterday of this thing, World Cup. So Indian team goes to in Pakistan. They say that we will throw nuclear bombs. Only your cup will remain in your country. And over and above that, they say that not only we will throw, we will force you to press the atom bomb. If you should try to win, or if you win the cricket match, we will make sure you press the button, the bomb goes into your home, and all your relatives are blasted. That this Arjuna is not ready to fight. Okay. Papam evashrayet asman atvaitan atatainah tasmanarha vayam hantum dhartarashtran swabandhavan swajanam hi katham hatva sukhina shyama madhava. So now he is giving another reason. Papa, we will be inflicted by sins. And another important word, there are many important words here. Atatai. Atai, aggressor. Atai literally means that Ata means with a stretched bow. Tai means who approaches. That means somebody who approaches to kill. That is called Atatai. There is a so now see here, Arjuna is not a fool. He is quoting Shastras. Whatever reasons he is giving, he will definitely quote scriptural statements. So there's a the shloka goes as follows. Agnido Gardaschaiva Shastrapani Dhanabha Shetadarapaha Richa Shad Ete Hyatatainaha. Shad Ete, six kinds of Atatai aggressors. Agnido, one who burns the house on fire. Garada, one who uses poison. Cha Eva, Shastrapani, one who attacks with weapon in hand. Dhanapaha, one who steals wealth. Kshetra, one who steals property. Dara, one who steals wife. Cha Shad Etehi Atatai. So there are six kinds of aggressors. I repeat. First is one who gives, one who sets house on fire. Second is one who gives poison. Third is one who attacks with weapons. Fourth is one who steals property, one who steals wife, one who steals wealth. The six. Now just imagine these aggressors did all six. These aggressors did all six. They made this house of lac, and it was made in such a way that you put one matchstick and entire house will burst into flames in no time. But somehow, by the merciful protection of Vidura, so Bhima also was very carefully watching everything, and that person Virochan, who was Duryodhana's one of the commanders. What did Duryodhan did is this Virochan wanted to burn them on the day of Amavasya, and Bhim found out. And one day before Amavasya, Bhim told him that you please sleep here. Every day he would sleep outside. He would sleep inside only. And Bhim went there, and Bhim bet him and killed him. And then Bhim himself set the house on fire. And they passed through the tunnel. So this is how they escaped. But the plan was to burn them alive. If that original plan had been successful, probably they would have been burned. But because they themselves set fire, so they were near the tunnel and they could escape. Agnidaha, Garadaha. So the Duryodhan brought one cake that was poisoned for Bhima. But by the merciful protection of Krishna, that he went and threw him in the Ganga water, and he went there and snakes bit him. And the bite of the snakes and poison counteracted, and again he was okay, and he started twirling the snakes. So then they took below, his grandfather was there, maternal, and then they gave him, he became very strong after that. But they were poisoned. That's the point. Agninda Garadas Chaiva, and then this thing. They attack with weapons. They are right now attacking. They attacked in Virat also. And one more time they were about to attack, and that time Vyasdev came and said to the Duryodhan, enough of your atrocities. If you go and attack now, I will curse you, you will die immediately. And so Duryodhan became fearful. Although he was very demoniac, but he still knew the power of Vyasdev. So he refrained from attacking them. And then a stealer of wealth in the gambling match, they cheated. Why it is called they cheated? Although you may say, bro, it was a gambling match. They lost. No. It was a cheating because they did not follow the rules of gambling. In the rules of gambling, it is like that if I am playing gambling with you, then you have to play with me. Not that third person plays with me and your wealth is put on stake. So this is what Yudhishthira Maharaj objected. That he said that Duryodhan, if you want to play dice, then you stake your wealth. While Shakuni is, playing and you are staking your wealth. And then Duryodhana said, okay, if you are coward, if you are like, you, if you are like, you are eunuch, then it's okay, don't worry. So like that, he just joked very taunt. He gave a taunt. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj looked at the Dhritarashtra and thought, okay, my uncle is not saying anything. So he played the dice, but it was total cheating game. So they stole wealth in that, and they stole all property. Indraprastha was gone, and then the with Draupadi Mata, it was like steal your wife, kidnapping wife. So all six they did. This is what Arjuna is quoting verses. So anyone who is a Atatai, anyone who does any of the six, he has done a very heavy, severe karma. And it is in the best interest of that person who is Atatai that he should be immediately killed. The Shastras say that anyone who is Atatai, the only recourse for him is immediate capital punishment, immediate death. That will save him for taking many, many births and suffering in hell for a long, long time. If he is immediately killed, that one killing is this is reaction is over. Otherwise, he will have to suffer for many, many births in hell. Therefore, it is a mercy on the Atatai to kill him. And if anyone kills Atatai, there is no harm. He does not get sinful reaction. Especially Kshatriya's duty is to kill. That is the job. If they don't do the job of killing Atatai, protecting the citizens, then Kshatriyas incur sin. So therefore, Arjuna is using argument here that Krishna is saying, they are Atatai. If you don't do your duty, you don't kill them, you will incur sin. What are you saying? He said, no, Krishna, papam eva shreya tasmad. We will get sinful reaction, although they are Atatai. So how is it? So Arjuna is quoting a different scripture. Krishna told these are Atatai. The scriptures say you should kill them. He said, no, Krishna. That is told in the Niti Shastra. But Dharma Shastra is higher than Niti Shastra. And Dharma says that my Kula Dharma should be protected. And they are my relatives. So, in the conflict between Artha Shastra and Dharma Shastra, because Krishna Dharma Shastra is higher than Artha Shastra, therefore, although Artha Shastra says that aggressor can be killed, but they are my relatives, so I will not kill them. Are you understanding? It's a very subtle thing is going on. All arguments are on scriptures only. Another thing is quotes from the Dharma Shastras, Ma hinsyat sarva bhutani. Ma hinsyat sarva bhutan. One should not envy, one should not cause violence to anyone. But somehow or other, Arjuna is in the line of misquoting. Misquoting means it's a general statement. Don't hurt any living entity. But these are not general living entities. These are atatais. So therefore, and for a Kshatriya should show mercy certainly, but to show mercy in this case is an act of cowardice for a Kshatriya. Lord Ram also had to face one aggressor. The aggressor's name was Ravan. He kidnapped the wife of Lord Ram. Lord Ram was very kind, was very compassionate, but he gave sufficient lesson to this Atatai. It's articulated in this history. Therefore, we covered like this is to be non-violent towards the Atatais is act of cowardice. Lord Ram had faced one more situation like that, which was when he was banished to forest. That time, interesting, Lord Ram did not take action. You can say, he was banished from kingdom. But Lord Ram thought that the kingdom belongs to the king. Dasarath is the king. And Dasarath has given kingdom to my brother Bharat. Therefore, that time he did not take action. But in case of Ravana, Lord Ram took very strict action. Therefore, towards the Adatais, we should take action. But Arjun here is saying sin will come to us. Because Kul Dharma says that, aggressor should not, the relative should be protected. Tasman na arha vayam. So therefore, na arha. We don't deserve to kill them. Bhartarashtram sabandhavam. Again, the whole problem here is Swajanam. Swajanam. Krishna, they are my relatives. Swajanam, how can I do this? They are saying, please watch TV. What is the problem in eating onion and garlic? Onion and garlic also grows in the field. Rice also grows in the field. My Swajan are saying, don't chant 16 rounds, chant 8 rounds. How can I displease? That sin will come to me if I don't follow my father's order of eating onion and garlic. If I disobey the order, somehow or that, we all are in the same predicament. The whole problem is Swajanam. Swajanam. How it is that earlier he was saying Dhartarashtra Siddhur Buddhi, and here he is saying Swajanam. And not only that, they are Swajan, and Krishna, you are acting like anti. Right? See, here he is using the word Madhav. What is the meaning of Madhav he wants to say? Madhav means the husband of goddess of fortune. Husband of goddess of fortune. But Arjun wants to say that, my dear Krishna, your name is Madhav. You are the husband of goddess of fortune, and therefore, wherever you are or whatever you say should bring auspiciousness. Why are you bringing inauspiciousness, Krishna, by telling me to fight with my Swajan? Are you understanding what he's saying? He wants to imply that Krishna is bringing inauspicious in his life. Since I have started chanting, I have started failing an exam, and my job, I am losing all jobs. My performance is reduced. I am becoming detached. So I think Krishna is not acting like Madhav. My health is going more down, Prabhuji, after I have become very weak because I am not eating so many forbidden foods. So Prabhupada clarifies the doubt, and Prabhupada says that, my dear, please always remember. So I told you all this. Arjuna was ordinary person. Lord Ram example he gave, Ram Rajya, did not show paradise. I'll read this for you. Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhav, or the husband of goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as husband of goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjun to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone. To say, please understand this point. Krishna never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing to his devotees. For the common public also, Krishna does not bring misfortune. What to say of his devotees? So, when something goes wrong in life, or let us say, so that has to be understood as Krishna's special mercy. And that is only for one who desires pure devotion service. One who approaches Krishna to get some material benefits, heavenly profits, wealth, Krishna may give that. Chadurvaja bhajante mam jana sukritin arjuna arto jigyasur artharthi jnani cha bhartarsh. But one who approaches for pure devotion service, Krishna, enough of this material world, I want to seva adhikar diye karo nij dasni. If you take seriously, you are chanting that, then Krishna will say, Yasyaham anugrahami harishye tad dhanam. Yasyaham anugrahami, my special mercies, I'll take away all your wealth. हरिष्ये तद्धनम शनैः ततो adhanam परित्यज्य स्वजना dukha dukkita, and it becomes materially bankrupt. That is Krishna's special mercy, so don't fear. If you don't desire pure devotional service, he will not do that. But if he's doing that, that means he's taking you seriously. So in both ways, it's nice. But always remember that Krishna never brings misfortune to anyone. It may appear to me apparently that Krishna is bringing misfortune, but he might be saving from a so much more headache in the future. Maybe just imagine for a week, internet is not coming. What is this, Krishna? I'm not able to do my job. Internet is not coming. But maybe he thought that your some previous sanskaras, lusty thoughts are coming up, and then you may aggravate the situation worse, and therefore he cut the internet connection. Never misfortune, whatever it is, but we are not able to see in the future. So now, because this situation has come, so let me tell you now, this is also classified. There are, I mean to say, there are higher scriptures and there are lower scriptures. So please try to understand this properly. I'll show you the chart now. So there are 5 coverings, successive coverings in living entity. The grossest one is called Annamaya Kosh. Above that is Pranamaya Kosh. Above that is Gyanmaya Kosh. Above that is Vigyanmaya Kosh. And above that is Anandamaya Kosh. So like the grossest understanding is Annamaya, and the fully blossomed understanding is Anandamaya. That is not material. These 4 may be like gradually coming from material to spiritual. This is full materialism, Annamaya, gross materialism, and Anandamaya, fully spiritualism. So 0 to 1, that is the gradation. So now scriptures are also graded like that. So like an Annamaya Kosh, the portions of the Vedas which is dealing with Karma Kanda, going to heaven, they will come in Annamaya. Ayurveda scriptures, that's for me. Art and craft, all these will come in Annamaya. Like whatever instructions pertain to me, improving on body, they come in Annamaya. So they are counted as the lowest. If like higher instructions are there in the above gradation, then lower instruction has to be given up. And then second level is Pranamaya. In Pranamaya come Niti Shastraha, Artha Shastra. So like Vidur Niti, Chanakya Niti, and all the isms, nationalism, that's in Pranamaya Kosh. Now I'm not only worried about myself, but about the entire nation. That's this thing. Rajniti, that's Niti Shastra. And Hinduism, Muslimism, Christianism, all these in Pranamaya Kosh. Okay. And after that comes Gyanmaya Kosh. And therein starts Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra. Now, just like Arjuna was quoting, one should not be, one should like Niti Shastra will say tit for tat. Like he gave me this thing, he cheated me. Suppose somebody cheated me, he stole 100 rupees. I should also tit for tat. Niti Shastra. Dharma Shastra will say, oh, but my brother stole 100 rupees for me. So because he is my brother, it is my dharma as a brother to take care of him. Therefore, I leave him. Therefore, Dharma Shastra instructions are higher than Artha Shastra. Are you understanding? Clear so far? Annamaya is only for yourself. Ayurveda, like that. Pranamaya is taking society, Niti Shastra, nationalism, all these isms, communism, capitalism, Hinduism, Muslimism, Christianism, all these, material religions, they are all in Pranamaya. Any group you are trying to form based on material identity, that's Pranamaya. Above that is Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra means, uh, you know, like, like, so, so, so there are, Manu Smritis there. So Smritis are in Dharma Shastra, Manu Smriti, Vasisht Smriti. There are 20 kinds of Dharma Shastras, and what all punishment one goes for, this thing. Different things are. Manu Samhita is Dharma Shastra. So another point you can see here is that Annamaya means there is no morality. No morality. Pranamaya means there is morality, but there is no faith in God. I like morality, insaf karna chahiye, but God is not in the picture. And Dharma Shastra brings God in the picture. I believe in morality, but I believe in God also. Then higher than that is Vigyanmaya Shastra, and that is the Upanishads. Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra. We can say sadhana bhakti. Means one is on the level of soul now. After following dharma, one comes to the level of soul. And highest is Bhakti Shastra. So this is the gradation. So I'm just telling you because Arjuna, Krishna told that there are Atha, you kill them. So Arjuna said, no, Krishna Dharma Shastra is higher than Artha Shastra. Dharma Shastra says, my inside sarvutani, don't harm any living entity. Therefore, this Artha Shastra rule is overruled by Dharma Shastra. But the point is, he's misquoting. But I'm trying to tell you that how the conversation is happening. The scriptures have a hierarchy. It's not that all are equal. If you quote something from Chanakya Nidhi, then that has to be seen in context of Artha Shastra. You cannot contradict Srimad Bhagavatam by quoting Chanakya Nidhi. Are you understanding? Therefore, before picking up any book, first try to find out which hierarchy this book is in. Then you will not be confused. Otherwise, some people quote, no, some stories are like that. One rishi was there in the forest. He saw one bird, he was disturbing him, and he became very angry and he burned the bird to ashes. And then somebody said to him, Hey, what do you think? You learn dharma from that housewife and one butcher. The story comes in Mahabharata. So he went to housewife, she told, so that I'm serving my husband, wait for some. And she told him much higher things which he was not known. Then he went to butcher, and butcher told him higher things. So somebody may conclude, that means sages are lower than butcher and the housewife. No. That sage was not that he was not even on the level of pranamaya kosh. He was on the level of annamaya kosh. He was doing austerity just to become powerful, and he was angry at the bird and he burned the bird to ashes. But sages who are in following Bhakti Shastra or following Upanishads, Vedanta, they are not less than that. So otherwise, then you will misunderstand everything in the scriptures. Similarly, sometimes that story you might have heard that some Kisan, that farmer, he said, I take 3 times Hari's name and whole day I'm working. And another one who is chanting whole day is lower than me. Some stories like that are there in Mahabharata also. But that has to be seen in context. Therefore, this is the context. Karam Kanda. And now, one more point I would like to clear here is that some people say that, Vedas are higher than Shruti, are higher than Smriti. You might have heard this. No, it's the subject matter. If in the Shruti, the subject matter is Karma Kanda, go to heaven, how is it higher than the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is directly connected with the Supreme Lord? It's not like that. In any book, the topic what we are handling, that is all important. Karma Kanda portion of Vedas, which are 99%, they are not higher. They are on the lowest level. Annamai course. I will go to heaven. It's a like spiritually material or like pious materialism. I will go to heaven. So what is spiritual or what selflessness is there? No, it's totally mundane. Going to heaven is totally mundane. Mhm. So so sometimes you might have heard about jihadis. So they are told that you die for Allah, and you will go to Jannat, and there you will get 72 virgins. What is spiritual is there? What is spiritual thing is there? You will that's simply promising our sense creativity, just like Google is promising. You come to us, we'll give you 50 lakhs, we'll give you 1 CR. How it is different than that? There is no difference. So please try to understand the different shastras where they are. Then you will not have conflict in understanding any book, any scripture. You will very able to figure it out if you understand this chart. So, we'll talk more about Arjuna and Jihadis little later. But just I wanted to mention you the consciousness. So the grossest consciousness is Annamaya, then there is Pranamaya, then there is Gyanmaya or Manomaya, then there is Vigyanmaya, and then there is Anandmaya. So study this, try to find out, and accordingly we have to quote. You cannot quote a lower shastra to justify, defy higher shastra. That's the point. Whenever there is conflict, higher shastra takes precedence. We have heard about the brackets, like how does it go? Like something like brackets are the highest preference, and then multiplication sign or division sign, and then plus and then minus. Something like that is there. Board mass. Okay, yeah. There's still so much kachada is inside. I am not forgetting even after 10 years. So some hierarchy is always there. So if one does not understand that board mass, that brackets, then it will do all, it will be considered ridiculous. The output will be considered ridiculous. Therefore, we have to, see in perspective. Plus sign is important, but before plus, the bracket is more important. Output of the bracket has to be put in the plus. Not that you have to add first. Yeah. Hari. I hope, I think we'll take questions. And so now, what I'll say that Arjuna is, the last time I discussed, Arjuna is focusing on Pratyaksh Praman, Anuman Praman. Anuman also he'll do like lot of Anuman. So now, Shabda Praman is required in two circumstances. Please hear me again. Shabda Praman is required in two circumstances. One is to gain knowledge, like we are gaining now. For that, Shabda Praman is required. You cannot speculate what I have to do. You have to hear from the Shastras. Fine. So this is one. But this is incomplete because Arjuna is also quoting Shastras. You'll see, I quoted just now. He using word Artatai, that means he knows what the meaning of Artatai. Still, he's quoting higher Shastra. So we gain knowledge from the Shastras, but that is not complete or that is not perfect because there is one more thing lacking, and that is application. Whenever we have to apply, again we have to go back to the authority. Try to understand again. We may learn all the medicines in the shop. Still, if we want, we have a particular disease and we want to prescribe some medicine, still again we have to refer to the authority. Different medicines also we have to learn from the authority, and what will work for me, that again has to be learned from the authority. That makes it perfect. What better than telling the words of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada? See, I'll read for you. Any important decision, however firmly fixed, should be confirmed by some authority that makes the matter perfect. Srimad Bhagavatam 1:19-12. Any important decision, however firmly fixed, should be confirmed by some authority that makes the matter perfect. Okay? So we learn the knowledge. Still, whenever we are in confusion, or we have to make, not only in confusion, we may be very confident doing the wrong things. Any important decision we are making, we have to confirm from some authority. We should not trust our mind. This is the mistake Arjuna is making now, currently, in his analysis. He is quoting Shastra, but according to the Pratyaksh, he got some perception, emotions, and those emotions he is trying to justify through the scriptural statements. That is not to be done. First step only, we should not perceive the situation through Pratyaksh. Like you become disturbed by seeing some situation. Some devotee, did something. So then you have to go to the authority and prove he is doing like that. I'm getting very disturbed. I'm getting very negative feelings. How do I see this? This is how we should do. We should judge our emotions. We have to scrutinizingly judge our emotions. We cannot have blind faith in the emotions which the mind is presenting. That's the point. Arjuna is making mistake. Although he is quoting Shastras. यद्यपेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयं कृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकं कथं न गेय अस्माभिः पापात् अस्मा निवर्तितुं कुलक्षयं कृतं दोषं प्रवश्यद्भिर्जनार्दन. Two times this is coming, same line is coming, 1.37c, 1.38c. Kulakshayam kritam dosham. Why two times this is mentioned? Arjuna is contrasting. Yadi api, although ete na pashyanti, these guys are not able to see. Lobho pata chetasa, they have greed in their consciousness. Kulakshayam kritam dosham, the fault in destroying the kula. And mitra drohe, killing the family members. The sins accrued from that. Katham naige asmabi, why shall we papat asman nivartitum and resort to sin when we are kulakshayam kritam dosham parpashyadhi, when we are seeing these two words parpashyadhi, we are seeing, and they are lobo apahat na pashyanti lobo apahat chetasa, they cannot see but we can see. They cannot see the future consequences, we can see the future consequences. So Arjuna's analysis goes like this. First, he said about himself, I should show compassion. That was faulty. He is a Kshatriya, I cannot show compassion here. Then he said, I will not enjoy. But that's not Dharma Shastra. Kshatriya does not do duty because it's enjoyable. Brahman does not do duty. Prabhupada gives an example that even in winter, Brahmana has to get up and take bath. That's not enjoyable, but that's duty. Similarly, a Mataji in June and July, she has to go in the kitchen and cook. That's not enjoyable, but she has to do. That's duty. So clean the stool and urine of the child, which is not pleasurable, to do. And then so they will not enjoy. That's again bogus. Third thing, sin will come to us, but then Krishna will tell him further how sin will not come. And then he said, hey, not only sin will come to me, entire dynasty, will be sinful. Krishna will clarify that also. Finally, indecision. Like that he's going. So these guys are not able to see why, because Lobha. So there is a history why Duryodhan is like this in such a state of mind. What had happened is King Pandu, he was like saintly king. So he conquered various directions, and after that he liked the forest life. So he just made his brother Dhritarashtra in charge. The brother, you being like you take in charge. He was a caretaker. He was not a king because he was blind. But Pandu, is my brother. He made him. He was very good. He, heart for his brother. He made him in charge, and he was living in the forest. For a long time, he was living in the forest, and there was no indication that he was going to come back. Then subsequently Pandu had sons. So Pandu thought that although I'm in forest, my duty is to like continue the dynasty. So he had some sons, and Dhritarashtra also had some sons. And still there was no indication that Pandu is going to come back. So therefore, everyone in the palace thought one thing was that Dhritarashtra became attached to kingdom, because earlier he thought that I'm hopeless now, I'm not getting kingdom. But for many years he got, so he became attached. And then his son, everyone thought that he will become the next king. So the eldest son was Duryodhana. Therefore, everyone was pampering him like anything. And you know, Duryodhana was a spoiled child. Nobody corrected him. He got everything he wanted. And therefore he became he was the center of attraction there. But when some unfortunate situations happened and Pandu had to leave untimely, so Madri also went with him, Sahamaran or Sati. Then Kunti brought the sons back. And when these Pandavas arrived, Yudhishthir especially, and Pandavas in general, when they arrived, people saw big contrast, between Duryodhana in particular and Kauravas in general, and Yudhishthir in particular and Pandavas in general. What was that? Like, these Pandavas, they were quite sensitive. Kauravas were very insensitive. Pandavas were quite humble. They were very haughty. Pandavas were very, caring for everyone. And they were very arrogant. Pandavas were godly. And these guys are atheistic. So therefore, slowly, everyone's attention and affection shifted to Pandavas in general and Yudhishthira in particular. And Duryodhan became alarmed. Like, the similar situation is happening nowadays. What is happening is why so many marriages are breaking. There is a big psychology behind that. Earlier they were saying, "Hum do hamare do." Now they are saying, "Hum do hamare ek." So when only one is there, whatever it is, male or female, in the family, he becomes pampered. He cannot adjust. Therefore, when they marry, it breaks very soon. Because they have never learned in life to adjust. They acted very whimsically, very freely, they got whatever they wanted. So similar thing happened with Duryodhan. And he thought, "Arey, these guys have stolen my image." Not only that, image in now, but kingdom which I thought I will become the king in the future, that is also slowly drifting away to Yudhishthira. Therefore, day night he burned with envy and greed. Therefore, he could think nothing of the Pandavas except to destroy them. All the time this was going in his head. This is what Arjuna is pointing out. Yadepyene tapashyanti lobhopahat chetasaha. So Duryodhana in particular and Kauravas in general, they were, their chetana was permuted or saturated with lobha. They are not able to see kulakshayam and killing mitraha. How can we kill them? When sin will come. So now, Krishna is asking, "Hey Arjun, why you are not fighting?" Kshatriyas, they have done the challenge, and challenge Kshatriyas cannot refuse. There's a verse. Ahuto na nivarteta dyutat api ranad api. If Kshatriya challenge for gambling or for war, he cannot refuse. Why you are refusing? That means you are coward. Arjuna is saying, "No, Krishna." He is quoting another verse. Challenge we can accept if the end result will be good. But if the end result is not good, we can refuse challenge. Just see. Falatopi yat karma nana na arthena na anarthena अनुबध्यते केवल प्रीति हेतुत्वात् तद धर्म इति कथ्यते. धर्म उसको कहा जाता है, धर्म इज दैट फलतोपि च यत् कर्मा न अनर्था. The result is not anartha. The result is positive. Kevala priti hetu. Dharma is that which is done out of affection and where the result is not opposite. But Krishna here, the result is opposite. So although he challenged refusing. Okay. So he's quoting, but I think Yudhishthira Maharaj did not quote this while playing gambling. He also could have quoted. Then Krishna said that, Acha, Acha. So if you are saying the effect is bad, why they are still challenging? They are the challenging, nah. You are saying we will not accept the challenge, but they are bent on fighting. Why don't they understand? Then Krishna says, then Arjuna says, Krishna, their Chetana is covered with lobha. They have become greedy and therefore they are not able to understand. They are insane currently. But I am not insane, Krishna. I am sensitive man. So please understand and you follow and please don't say to me to do this war. I am not a fool. I can understand the entire situation very properly. Whom is preaching? Here Arjuna is preaching Krishna. That's another thing. So again he uses the word Janardhan. Krishna, why shall I kill you? You are Janardhan. You kill you. Sin will not come to you, or like your maintainer of living entities. Why do you want to kill? Hare Krishna. So the time is up here. Any question, 5 minutes you can take, then we'll continue from here. Yes, Umang Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. We just want to know like two things. Firstly, those covering which you told Anand mein, these covering, Guruji, are they linked somewhere to the 5 layers of ignorance, like Tamisha, Under Tamisha, Tamas, Moho, Mahamoh?
Uh, I have not come across something like that because Anandmay actually is not a covering. The final thing is not a covering. That's like one is in contact with Krishna. Although it is like included in the list, but that other four, one is in material consciousness, but the fifth one is fully spiritual. Anandmay is this pure devotion service.
And
Okay.
Guruji, yes, Guruji. And Guruji, the like verses which you are quoting, like Falate Arjuna wala, like gambling, Guruji, where it is? Guruji, it is in Gita.
So yeah. So like we have three prominent acharyas who have given. There are many prominent acharyas, but three prominently in our sampradaya. That is, first is Sridhar Swami, second is Srila Vishwanath Thakur, third is Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan. These acharyas have mercifully revealed to us. Like what the dialogue I'm saying, like Krishna is saying like that, Arjuna is saying like that. So these are these acharyas have given these dialogues. Okay. Any other question? Any other question?
Yes,
okay, fine. Who is? Where are you? But I'm not able to see you. Where are you?
Hare Krishna.
Okay, yes, please tell me.
Especially in starting, you told Prabhuji, if out of envy we do something wrong to any devotee, or we speak something wrong, then then only it is considered as offense. Or if means it could also be happening, Prabhuji, if I'm not doing out of envy, but some other devotee considered it as offense, then.
Okay, so that is not.
Example,
okay. So that fine. So that is not taken very seriously, but at the same time, still we should atone for it. Prabhu Goswami atone for that, but that is like still Krishna may like little bit excuse you, but out of envy, if you do, then to certainly. So therefore, what we do is like a regular practice. We can make it that we should go to devotees and say to them that, Prabhuji, please forgive me. So therefore, we celebrate birthday festivals. Every day we do morning Vancha Kalpatarubhis. The intention is that we are like begging forgiveness for unintentional offenses. That is the meaning of Vancha Kalpatarubhis in the morning. So that you can remember, I might have committed offenses. And if you feel like somebody, when he is looking at you, he's like frowning or is like little away from you, or you don't get a very positive signal, still you can go to him, somehow that I don't remember, but if I have offended you in some way, please forgive me. So regularly you can give some, do some services for devotees, just like when they are sick, or you have brought some prasadam, you can distribute. All these are measures you can wish devotees their birthday to counteract those unintentional offenses. Because you don't know, but offense is committed. That's a fact. Although Krishna will not take very seriously, but still it will have effect. Your chanting will, if somebody is cursing you without your knowledge also, then your chanting will be affected. Therefore, you are having not good chanting. So many thoughts are coming in the chanting. So make sure nobody is cursing you. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Okay, fine. So thank you so much, devotees, for your valuable time. I hope you all are understanding